Cholesterol continues to be the leading cause of death in the world and in Mexico. 3,500,000 deaths due to COVID-19 so far in the 2020-2021 pandemic, compared to 7,100,000 deaths in 2020, alone due to the consumption of animal fat. The consumption of cholesterol and other saturated fats continues to be the leading cause of death on a planetary and national level, which reflects the main mistake of the Omnivorous Model that is applied as the official food standard. Moreover, it is the main risk factor for the development of all chronic and degenerative diseases, such as heart attacks and strokes, hypertension, diabetes, cancer, including neurodegenerative diseases, the current pandemic, and many others. And most regrettable, since 2007, the National Institute of Public Health of the Federal Health Secretariat of Mexico announced that Mexicans are sick. According to statistics, 93% of the general population, that is only 7% of healthy Mexicans, was the note of 8 columns on September 18, 2007. 3% of the Mexican population is sick, are the official results of the application of the Omnivorous Model as the official food standard, known as the Good Eating Plate. This official food standard came into force in January 2006, and without any update, the same recommendation of the 40s was used, but in the form of a food pyramid that has been illustrated in free textbooks for more than 50 years, and now that archaic food pyramid, full of falsehoods, is presented to this day as the plate of good eating or good eating plate, without modification and without any update. For 50 years it was taught in primary schools, and it is still taught today, that the basis of the main food were and are industrialized cereals and all kinds of processed foods of animal origin. Fatty dairy products such as aged Gruyere cheese, whole eggs, and red and white meats. Animal fats based on butter and cream of whole cow's milk. Unfortunately, the same wrong omnivorous food model is still being taught, and the center of the good eating plate still shows, as it did 50 years ago, a plate of milk with refined cereals, with refined white sugar, baked, round, and artificially colored. Fortunately, they are now stamped with 2 highly dangerous seals for human consumption: high in calories, high in sugars. But another seals are missing, for example, with dangerous colorants for children, and at least one other, the seal of high in carcinogenic acrylamides, due to the high temperatures during its elaboration process, just like all bakery and all fried foods. The omnivorous model that is applied through the official food standard, the Good Eating Plate, is taught to these days in the schools of nutrition and nursing, as well as in the schools and faculties of medicine of all universities, although almost none of them have courses in nutrition. This is unusual, since it is now known that the origin of almost all diseases is due to nutrition as the main cause, and in the National Autonomous University of Mexico, the UNAM, the main university of the country, there are no mandatory courses in nutrition. Red meat and sausages are cause of cancer, was one of the news spread worldwide in all media on October 27, 2015, by the World Health Organization. And yet, the Mexican Ministry of Health did not make any modification to the Good Eating Plate. No update was made in any academic program of any school of nutrition or medicine. And most regrettably, this wrong omnivorous food model is still applied to this day in hospitals, being very common as sandwich with white bread, butter, ham, and yellow cheese as one of the breakfast dishes for a seriously ill person who required the extraction of an organ, as a real example in May 2021 in the Traumatology Hospital of the IMSS in Mexico City. In 2020, according to World Health Organization data, 17,100,000 people died of heart and circulatory diseases in the world, one death every 2 seconds, and that news did not attract the attention of the media. But deaths caused by the fashionable virus, the fifth part, those data have been the news during 2020 and so far in 2021. At a national level, the same thing happened. More than 260,000 Mexicans died of heart diseases in 2020, much higher than the number of deaths caused by COVID-19. 90% of those killed by COVID-19 were people who already suffered from heart and circulatory diseases, mainly hypertension, in addition to obesity and diabetes. And all these diseases are mainly caused by the consumption of saturated fats of animal origin, such as cholesterol. And the most worrying thing, knowing that animal fats are the food that causes the proliferation of COVID-19 in the lungs and disrupts the metabolism of fats in all vital organs, causing thromboembolism. Despite this, the omnivorous model continues to be promoted as the official food standard, despite keeping 93% of Mexicans sick. From the University Program of Medicinal Plants of Chapingo, we will continue to insist on the recommendation to the Federal Health Secretariat and the Schools of Nutrition and Medicine to move from the omnivorous model, which was grown for the human species, to the herbivorous model that we have been proposing for more than 22 years, since we have tested it on more than 130,000 volunteer patients who decided to complement their medical treatments with a radical change in their diet as an essential part of a new lifestyle. Plant-based foods, live, fresh, and organic. 92% of 130,000 patients who underwent the strict treatment recovered 100% of their health, including those infected by COVID-19. For more information, you can check the book The Herbivore Model, the new food model of Homo sapiens, Eric Estrada, 2019. 170 monographs of 170 healthy foods, 470 pages, second edition. Can be ordered at WhatsApp 5951 13 46 20.